The multiple witnesses we've spoken with on the phone, one is Mickey, a mortician that was called to the scene. Do you want to guess again on the phone? And Mickey, are you still there on scene?
Actually, I left just recently. I'm actually getting ready to head back here shortly.
And tell us, remind us, for viewers who weren't with us at 3 a.m. when we began all this, how you assisted in today's scene.
Basically, I showed up there when I heard the call over on my scanner, showed up onto the theater, was helping to pull people out. It was pretty bad. There were, people, multiple different types of injuries, from shrapnel to bullet wounds, bleeding. We had to help pull people out, assist them, get them on stretchers. People would be taken by police cars, ambulances, private vehicles. There was a lot of different things going on.
And Mickey, in your experience, now that we know what types of weapons were used, those are some high caliber guns.
Yeah.
What kind of damage do those things cause?
Well, using like a high impact rifle, such as like a shotgun or a high power rifle, you can get you can get shrapnel. Rounds can commit compound fractures. They can cause massive trauma to the face. They can cause. I really don't want to go into like heavy details of the gruesome situations, but it can cause traumatic situations where loss of limbs and stuff like that, and even ultimately death to certain people.
And keeping that in mind, we're not trying to disturb anyone that's watching, but what was the scene like when you got there?
It was pretty hectic. The officers were trying to do the best job they could. Firefighters, paramedics, first aid responders, other people that were in the theaters, people that were showing up there were trying to stop bleeding, get people into ambulances, trying to compress open wounds. There were at least 4 or 5 individuals that I saw that were actually bleeding from different areas. One person was shot in the back in the lower buttocks area. One person was in the arm, another in the leg. It was pretty traumatic. I took about 5 or 10 minutes helping a lady get blood off of her face and her body. She was covered in it because I guess apparently her boyfriend had sustained injuries in the theater.
All right. Again, that's Mickey, a mortician that was called to the scene as a bulletin went out to law enforcement and medical personnel this morning when this shooting occurred. Mickey, thank you again for sharing your thoughts. We appreciate you shedding some light on that.
Yeah, definitely. And just let people know, just be calm. I know these first couple hours is extremely hectic. If you have family members that are not accounted for, don't think the worst case scenario. Gateway High School obviously is where they've took a majority of the people. Some people actually did get out of there and leave and probably went to friends' houses. Try to call them, be rational, don't think the worst case scenario, and just take your time, and then hopefully you will get a hold of that person.
Very good. Good thoughts, Mickey. We appreciate it. Thank you, sir.